Welcome to Uber Tales. Don't shoot the driver.
Fuck it. Shoot Josh.
Damn, right under the bus, huh?
Running that bus over you.
We're gonna start.
Booyah.
We're gonna start like that, Brad.
That's
All right.
okay.
All right.
That's okay because he was late anyway, so
Exactly.
you can't shoot him because
Exactly. Well,
he didn't even show up.
he didn't
He'll
even
never
show
show up. He won't be there.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't
so
count
you're
me
safe,
in.
Joshua. You're safe.
I feel sorry for your passengers.
Always 5 minutes late.
Exactly. I'll get to that.
Just rack him up. Rack him up.
Exactly.
All right, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, do we have a show for you today, or not? I'm not
Maybe,
sure.
I don't know.
I never know. I don't know what's happening, but today we are talking with Joshua about that fateful day, night, evening,
Morning,
whatever it was,
early morning.
Something in between.
something in between.
The twilight hours.
Aha! So tell us about that day. How was it going for you?
Well, I got up. I started to do my. No, just...
Yeah, well, that might.
So this is as most of my tales. This one's gonna take place quite late at night. You know, we're looking at somewhere probably around 3 a.m.
You know what? It just dawned on me why you like the late hours. It takes you so fucking long to get ready.
You, Brad.
The light bulb went off. I
It's
just
12
got it.
o'clock at night. I think
Get
I'm
the
ready
thing
to
at
go.
12. Arrive there at 1.
Something like that.
I think I'm ready to go.
I like
Maybe
the-
he's a vampire. Maybe Joshua's a vampire.
Maybe he is.
Could be.
Could be.
You guys never know.
Anyways, I digress. That's my bad.
I suck your blood.
Maybe.
Okay, Joshua.
If they're
what?
cute enough, maybe.
Oh,
Just kidding.
there you
Just
go,
kidding.
baby.
Going there.
Just kidding, dear God, please, no one. I do get some
Oh,
strange,
Joshua,
some
could
strange
you
chicks.
suck my blood?
You know what? Shit happens, guys. Actually, I was telling that to Brad when I was flooding all those. Anyways, like contacts
Yeah.
of these different chicks that give me their numbers and stuff.
Yeah, this one's crazy. This one's crazy.
yeah.
This is a keeper.
Maybe this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, Brad.
crazy.
Yeah, right, Brad.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Brad's like the ding, the ding. He's like, what the fuck, Josh? I was telling him someone's got to stop me. They just got to stop. Anyways,
You should take the picture and go, sweetheart. Here, let me take your picture real quick.
I think
what-
I'm gonna
that's what
do
you need to
people's
do.
like ads or something at Instagram because I'm starting to get a lot of like random names in my contact list. Like,
Ooh,
it'll be
on
like-
your phone?
yeah, on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they give me
Dude.
their numbers. So
Yeah,
it'd be like
you need-
Sarah
Hey, Instagram,
or
baby.
whoever. Or
No, that's where, as their nickname, you need to put like Uber Chick.
Oh, at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but then there's like 10, 12 of them, and then I'll be like, ah, shit, which one was this?
Uber Chick 1.
Uber Chick 1.
Anyways, all right, that's enough of my
man,
personal
we
life.
are
Whatever.
male chauvinists. Oh my gosh.
Or
Pathetic.
Uber Guy. I don't know. Whatever you're into.
Uber
Josh.
Fuck you, Brad. Fuck
Or
off.
they, them.
Uber Guy 1. Uber
There
Guy
you go.
2. Uber Gal 3.
Uber they 1. Uber them 1.
Ah, that's right.
Uber
Yes.
Cat 1.
I think there's only one that's like not completely sure.
Oh, right, right.
Anyways,
I don't know. I
happens.
think I could dig a cat girl. Oh,
Any-
sorry.
we're-
I don't know where I'm going with that.
Jesus, it's
right,
getting
okay
strange.
then.
Okay, so
Meow.
I've
Little
been
thumbs,
listening
little
to
thumbs,
too
Bobby.
much. I've been listening too much lit RPG Audible.
okay, so yeah, back to the story. We're sorry about that, folks. Okay, so late at night, it's like 3 a.m.
We're not totally sorry, but
Yeah,
maybe
we're really
you are,
not
Joshua.
actually. I'm not sorry. I ain't sorry about
Sorry,
that.
not sorry.
Okay.
So 3 a.m. Yeah, you know, and I'm in a just because of the way the app's routing me, it's kind of routed me to this like janky part of not even neighborhoods or anything like that. It's commercial, you know. It's like businesses, like
So industrial area.
yeah, industrial. It's like mechanic shops and
At
just
3 a.m.
yeah.
That's a little freaky.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
I
you
mean,
know,
it depends on, was it a Saturday night, Friday night?
yeah, I think it was a Friday.
Maybe they're swing shifters.
Raves.
Oh,
Well, it could
raves.
be a lot of stuff, but you know, as I'm driving, you know, you're starting to see like the fences. You're starting to see it's like big plots of like dirt,
barbed
and-
wire.
yeah, kind of stuff like that.
Okay.
Absolutely, actually, yeah.
Don't
You're
go in
like
the,
you
the
know you're going
warehouses.
out, yeah, railroads and stuff like that. You're crossing, like you're like, okay, I'm going into some kind of industrial zone. Or
What's
something.
your thought process with that? You're like, this is
Well, the thought
interesting.
process is I'm picking a chick up, and so
Is that
I'm
what
like,
it said?
well, it didn't say chick, Bobby, but yeah,
It
it's
said-
a girl.
It
A
did
girl
say a
name.
girl.
Yeah, I'm picking up a female, so I'm like,
It's a girl name. What was the name?
when am I getting it? Her name? We'll call her Anita.
Okay.
Anita.
Anita, lot of
Anita.
her. Got it.
Yeah. So, well. Anyways,
I need a
so,
lot of friends to drive with me.
Bobby. So obviously Bobby was tipped off a bit to the story.
I was tipped off about this
So anyways,
Just a
I'm going to
little bit.
pick up Anita. So a couple things. Immediately I know, okay, she's Spanish. And then two, it's 3 a.m. and I'm coming into like industrial area. Like what the fuck is this? This is weird. No, it's not exciting. I'm just like weirded out because I'm like, why am I? Because this is like, it's dead. There's nothing here. There's no businesses open, obviously.
You carrying?
I am not. I'm not carrying. Not on this one. I forgot. Yeah, I'd love.
Slipping again, huh?
Yeah.
She'd either carry or
Shame,
not
shame,
carry,
shame.
but don't sometimes carry.
I know my name, and I had messed up on this one. I was late getting out, and I forgot my firearm. So yeah, sketch part of town, industrial, 3 a.m. Picking up a woman. So I'm, obviously you're curious, like what's going on here. So I get to the destination, and it is like at a lot. I'm not sure what the business is, but I pull in there.
Is
There's
there
nobody
any other
there.
cars?
There's no other
cars?
cars. Nope. It's just
Wow.
empty. So I'm looking around, and 3 a.m. in a sketch part town. My brain goes with like, I'm about to get ambushed. Like, why am I here?
I don't know why you
what's
do that,
going
dude.
on?
That's,
It's a
nobody else does.
It's a strange situation.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, nothing, and I'm waiting there. I think 3 minutes pass. I'm like, okay, come on, where is this person? I'm looking on the maps because it will show like they're.
If they have the location
yeah,
enabled,
sometimes
yes, it will
it
show
will-
you
it
where
Will
will
they're
show
at.
them beeping or something?
Well,
Their
it's
little
like a
green
blue
dot or
dot.
something.
It's a
It's
blue.
like a blue
It's a blue
dot.
dot, and okay, that's
dot.
where my passenger's at.
When it turns
relatively.
red, you drive away because that means it's an evil enemy.
So
Every video game, if it's a red dot, you
Yeah.
run.
Well, that's funny you say that because when you accept a ride and then you click to see where you have to go, it goes green, and then when you click it or like swipe through, it goes red, showing that you're dropping off
Oh,
to end the ride.
Yeah.
getting rid of the evil.
Right.
So,
Maybe in your car.
so anyways, that's the technical stuff. So, but
There
I'm
we
waiting
go.
there. Minutes are passing. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I after their time, because they get like 2 minutes or so after their time has passed, and I've thoroughly sat there waiting for them, I will shoot a text as the first contact, like I've arrived, because you can send an automated I've arrived text to them, and so I do. So I shoot that I've arrived, and
I have arrived.
still nothing. So I'm like, okay, I'm now my mind's more like I'm gonna cancel this if no one's. I'm just gonna
Why
say.
would you cancel? Just wait the other like. If
Well,
you've
I
waited
do
3
wait.
minutes, just
Yeah,
wait
you
another
get-
4
you get
minutes,
ahead.
and then you get your.
I just reach over and smack. I do.
Hey,
I wait.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
I do.
But
yeah,
I was
no,
thinking,
I do.
my head
but
was
my
going.
initial, because when it's
thought.
sketchy and weird like that, and you're like, why am I sitting here in an empty lot late at night in this industrial area? I've got a bunch of
Doors are locked.
My doors are always locked. Yeah, absolutely,
Okay, good.
100%.
That's smart.
Because you don't know, someone could run up and try to do something
Exactly.
strange. You're kind of
Hey,
out there,
Yeah.
and you're by
3
yourself.
in the
There's no
morning,
one else.
dude. Nothing good happens at
So-
3 in the morning.
Nope.
So I'm waiting, and I send the message, nothing. And so my next form of contact is like I give them a call, and if no one picks up, like I'm done. Then I'm canceling the ride. And at this point, probably 5 minutes has passed. Since I've actually arrived.
And does something happen
sat
at 5
there.
minutes? Does Uber do something on the app that says, "Hey, it's been 5 minutes. You've been waiting. Is it safe
Well, it's
now?"
7 minutes.
It's
Yeah.
And then it says disconnect, or
Well, you can
leave,
cancel
then you
the
can
ride.
cancel.
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
doesn't hurt you.
Correct.
As far
Yeah,
as
exactly.
that goes.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I'm waiting. I give a call, nothing. And I'm like, all right. So for me, now
I'm done.
I've waited my time. I'm done. So I'm going to cancel. And then as soon as I'm pulling up the option to start canceling the ride, I get a call from them. It's like, da-da-da-da, this is your passenger, and I was like, okay. So I pick up, I'm like, hi, this is Joshua, and this person's like, where are you? And I was like, I'm, at the pickup spot, and
Wherever you told me to be.
and they're like, can you
Pretty much.
can you flip a U-turn? We're on. And then they just start naming streets. And I'm like, I hate this.
My heck.
Yeah, so now I'm like, okay.
Why?
Now
Why
I need
didn't
to
they
play.
put the right? Doesn't it say where they're at? Doesn't they? Don't
You
they
can-
know where they're at?
You can put you put where you want to be picked up at. And so
Oh.
now it's time to play what
So
I
they
call.
just put the wrong thing in.
Well,
No.
if they do my location, sometimes that can be off. But if they actually type in the address, then it goes to that address.
Wherever that is.
So
exactly.
yeah. So now, for me, it's like
You're playing Find the Drive.
I call it.
Yeah.
I call it. It's time to play Needle in a Haystack, because now they're just naming streets and they're like, I'm on this corner, whatever. But anyways, so I was like, all right, because I know it's 3 a.m. Like, there's not a whole lot of Uber drivers this late, and even if there are, there's not a lot that are gonna be in this specific area. So I'm like, oh, I'm probably one of the only Ubers. And I know that, and I'm a nice guy, so whatever. So I was like, okay, I will try to help find you guys. So I was like, where are you at? Give me some cross streets. I'm trying to GPS it using my iMaps.
And they're still on the phone?
They're still on the phone, yeah, because I told them, I was like, just stay on the phone, because I'm not sure. I don't come here. I don't know these,
I don't hang out in the industrial area
these
of town.
backwoods streets, whatever. I don't know this area. And so eventually, and they told me, they're like, well, we were there, but we moved and we went over here to this motel. And we're not at the motel, and we're over here on this corner of a street. So I'm just like, yeah, exactly. What the fuck is going on? So I find them, and they also said we. So I was like, okay, she's with somebody. Okay, so I get there. I finally find them. I was like, hallelujah, praise Jesus. Ah, there they are. There's 3 of them walking randomly on a street, and these streets are dark. There's there's some street lights. This ain't a neighborhood. This is like literally,
well, it's industrial area.
It's industrial. There's some lights, but they're very dim.
And you just pull up. They could be assassins for all you know. Hey, are you?
Oh yeah. So here we go. So I find them, and my head's just like, what the fuck? Because they pitched this whole story to me. And I finally find them. Took me probably 4 minutes.
They had a story
the story was they were
went
there, but then they moved, went to a motel, then left the motel. Now they're walking. So your brain's like, what the hell is going on? So I see them, and we've got a lady, smaller, Spanish, older, probably I'd say around 45, 49, maybe somewhere around there. And we've got 2 dudes with her. And the dudes are huge. They're like 6'6", 6'8". They're big. And so I'm like, okay, she got her.
Hold on, 6 foot or 6'8"? That's a big difference.
No, there was one that was like 6 foot, probably 6'6". There was another one who's like 6'8". I mean, they're huge.
These are not just
big dudes.
No, they're not. They're
huge.
big. They're big. They're big boys. I was looking at them like, damn, these are some big dudes.
Like tall and lanky,
just
or like
walking
stocky,
on the
buff,
road.
No, well, one's just tall. He's I don't know, thinner and taller.
Yeah.
But the other dude's like built. He's buff. He's like 6'8".
And they're just
huge.
walking on the road at 3
And they're
a.m.
walking
in the morning.
3 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, walking
with this little 45-year-old
tweakers.
Yeah, and she's got to be exactly tweaker, probably drugs. That's
are
what
they
I'm
all
thinking.
tweaking? Oh, are you?
Well, I'll get there.
Okay.
She's probably like 5'4", 5'5". So she's
giant
like
men.
this tiny little thing in between them. And so, of course, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is this? What's this all about? This is strange. And then also, when big dudes are getting in your car, you think, and Sketchy, it's already a weird situation.
I don't know how you guys do it.
It's also uncomfortable
No way.
because you're picking them up in the middle of nowhere. There's no real address associated with them.
Yeah.
Dude, how you
So
are
even
not
if you-
dead is beyond me.
I know, right? So even if they do something, it's not like Uber can even track it back. Like, oh, he picked them up at this house, so
Yeah.
it was these people because
Because
they
you
live
were
there.
just wherever.
Yeah, you're just wherever,
It's
right?
like, well, we lost communication.
Yeah, so this
over
is
there.
where I always say you got to trust your gut. You got to
His
listen.
body
to
may
instinct.
be within a 4-mile
Exactly.
radius of that.
Something like that.
So, now I'm like uncomfortable because these are big guys. It's not a chick just by herself. So I'm like, okay, what's
So you would be less uncomfortable if they were
What's going on?
5'7"?
5'7" of what?
If the guys were 5'7", you would be less uncomfortable.
Well, I'm like what 5'10", 235 pounds.
yeah,
I'm
but
not
if they got
small.
a gun or a knife, it doesn't much matter what their size is.
That's true. But
I guess if they're big enough though, and they can just snap your neck, I guess that
big
is
guys
a little
can,
scarier.
yeah, from behind, they just grab you and you're like, God damn, huge
You're
dudes.
screwed.
Yeah, you're in a sticky situation there, aren't you?
Got it.
So I'm picking them up, and the lady is like super sympathetic. She's like, oh, we're so sorry, we apologize, whatever, and thank you so much. Okay,
Are
well,
the dudes? Do they have happy faces? Do they have?
well, it's dark, so I can't exactly see their faces,
okay.
but I
But
see them as
she's
they're
being
getting in.
sweet.
She's being very sweet with her talking and whatnot. And so there's 3 of them, and those guys are massive. And this particular instance, I'm
Wait,
driving.
let me get this straight.
Yeah.
These dudes are really big.
They're huge. Yeah, they're big.
he said that about 5 or 7 times.
idea.
But it's important because you got to think these people are crowding into your car, and you're in a very small space with them now, and they can do fucking anything.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know.
You
what's
don't know.
going
I mean,
on.
you're
Well,
right.
we
You
do
don't
know that you're
but
still alive because you're here
So-
right now. So
Yep, still alive to tell the tale. It's becoming
late, but still here.
It's becoming it's becoming the motif. Like I'm live to tell the tale. So they get in. She's getting off, at least in my opinion, what I call good energy. Like, hey, I'm sorry. You know, like she understands. Okay, cool. The dudes aren't saying really anything, and so again, I'm like, you know, a little red flag kind of radar. Like, okay, you know, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
And so I start the ride. You know, so now I swipe right, start the ride, get a destination, and I was like, okay, so ready to start, you know, the ride, and I start to leave from where I picked them up at, and she's like, no, we're not gonna go there. And so I'm like,
Ooh, another red flag.
crap.
so where are we going? And so she says to me, she's
Out
like,
into the woods.
she's like, can you, we need to make another stop. We need to go somewhere else. And she's trying to show me her app, and she's got this old shitty Android, and she's like, I don't know how to do it. How do you do it? I don't know, and I don't have my glasses. I can't see. How do I put in the next stop? Because we need to make another stop. I have some other friend. He needs to be picked up. He's in a bad situation. He needs to be picked up. And so I'm like,
Of course he's in a bad
I'm looking
situation.
at-
It's 3
Right.
a.m. in
Yeah,
the
so
morning.
you know, at this
everybody's
point-
in a bad
Exactly.
we're at a red stoplight. I'm waiting there. I'm looking at her crappy Android, and I'm like, I don't fucking know. I was like, I don't know how to use your phone, and it's cracked and stuff. And I'm like, oh God. I was like, what a fucking mess this is. You know, so I just tell her, I said, do you know how to get there? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, just give me directions.
Tell me how.
And, you know, and by the way, so
So what does the app on the Google app do? Hey, where are you going? You're not going right.
the,
Doesn't it
the
blame
Uber app-
you?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it automatically like updates to get you to the destination. So like if you miss a
Yep.
turn or something, it'll automatically say,
Reroute.
the next one. The next one, the
Eventually,
next one.
doesn't it go, hey, dude?
No.
What are you doing?
So it won't do it to us, but it will actually contact the passenger and
Yep.
say, "Hey, are you okay?"
oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
so
your Uber driver has went awry.
Right? Because it's all us.
because he's Brad, he's gonna sell you now because
Yeah,
he sells
he's
people.
He's taking you to the crate.
That's right.
Yeah, to a little ice bath for your kidneys. Anyways, so we're driving, and I don't know
She
where we're
said,
going.
"Turn this way,
turn this
turn
way,
this
turn
way."
that way. So again, in my head, I'm like, all right, Josh, you're driving. You don't know where you are. You don't know what the fuck is going on. And now you're
Uber
getting-
doesn't know where you. Well,
Uber
kind of
won't
does.
even know where you're going
Well, like,
because
they're still tracking you.
there's
so, I mean,
there's no
know.
destination that she's giving, like the app. So you're just driving at this point. And I asked her, I was like, how far?
What
Like
a
how much far?
caring,
She's like,
giving
just
soul
2-3 more
you are.
minutes. 2-3 more minutes. So I'm like, okay, you know, you said that fucking 2 minutes ago. But I was like, all right. So finally we do get to like more like restaurants and other human beings. So I'm like, good. There's,
okay.
there's people.
Ooh, okay.
Civilization.
We didn't go out
Civilization.
into the woods.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, okay, we're going
The two dudes
somewhere.
never talk.
They are, but they speak in Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish, so I'm not exactly sure what they're saying.
Okay.
They do seem to be a little, you know, maybe they've been smoking weed. I mean, because I could kind of smell
Smell it
whiffs
on
of
them,
it.
yeah.
You know, they've probably been drinking. You know, because I can tell they've had some booze.
It's 3 a.m. That's a pretty
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
guess.
exactly.
So, yeah, we're getting there. We're rolling up, and she's like, no, come around the back, because I was trying to go to the front, like where the front doors are to this establishment.
makes sense.
And which makes sense, right? And she's like, no, go around the back. And then she's like, don't worry, we're gonna pay you extra for this. We're gonna
Oh,
tip you
there
extra.
it is.
Yeah.
There's the pay
Yep.
you extra
Yep.
that we all know. Now I know is
Leads to
bullcrap.
nothing.
Yeah. And it is in this instance too.
it is.
Just putting it out there. So, and I knew it as I was doing it. I
You're
was like, this is a
sure,
fucking waste.
okay, thank you so much.
There is a caveat to this story, and I will tell that part too. I won't.
You got a date with
yeah,
it.
but yeah.
Yeah,
got a date with-
fuck me, bro. Oh yeah, you know Josh pulls them 49-year-old chicks, and he just loves it. Anyways,
Hey,
it's just-
some
there
young
goes my
dudes-
street cred.
Some young dudes
Some people
dig
like it
that.
all.
Yeah,
Some
well.
young dudes like that.
I'm okay. You know, unless it's a
Well,
very
now-
special situation. I'm
Now
okay.
we know
know.
Joshua's not a cougar getter.
So we get there, and she's like, yeah, my friend, let me call him. Tolo, get your ass out, you know? And I'm like, okay, here comes Tolo, and he needs to get his ass out. I was like, all right. So here comes one guy. He's coming around. He's like, hey, thanks. Hey, man. Hey, thank you. You know, and he's a younger guy. And I was like, all right, cool. And so he's getting in.
How
and I was
tall
like,
is he?
He's shorter. He's like maybe 5'6",
Okay.
5'5".
Typical Mexican.
He's a little fella.
FYI, Brad is half Mexican. For
Yeah,
anyone
he
listening.
can say shit like that.
Yes,
He
I
can. Brad's half Mexican. Just putting that out so we don't get no death threats, Brad. Okay, so
I'm just pointing out the obvious. Come
he's
on.
a little slippery. Brad, come on, son of a bitch. Okay, so he's coming around. He's getting in. Shorter, smaller guy. Now, keep in mind, okay, as I said before, and I'll say it again, big ass dudes, and they're in the back
Right
seats.
behind you.
And she's not sitting up in the front. She's sitting in the middle of them in the back. So that's the whole back. The back is taken.
Yeah.
There's a passenger seat, and that's it. And we're rolling because there's 3 people and a fourth beside me, and we're done.
So he got in the front. That kid.
Well,
No.
you'd have to.
Oh,
No, he's talking to her. He opens the door, blah, 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 blah. They're talking. And then he gets up towards the passenger seat to get in. And I was like, okay. And she's like, wait. I was like, okay, we're at max occupancy. And that's what I'm thinking in my head now. And she's like, listen, I promise you, I'm going to tip you cash. She's like, you'll take me to a gas station. I'll tip you cash. I'll give you cash. She's like, we have some more friends. And before I fucking know it, I kid you fucking not, out come 3, 4, where are we at? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out come fucking 5 dudes. And I'm looking at 5 people coming out, and I was like,
so you already have
Did they-
4 in
I'm already
there.
at 4. And I'm like, do we got another, is there another car? Like, whoa. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And they just start popping doors open, and I'm looking over, and I'm like, okay, the whole back end's full. The passenger seat's full. I was like, what's it? And I start like laugh. Because to me, it's comical at this point, you know? Because I start like, and okay, the size of the guys, because I know you're going to ask, but I don't know. They're all like, you know, around 5'6", 5'4". They're not big dudes, not like the other 2
The big dudes are the protectors of the
They're already sitting in there.
49-year-old.
And so I'm looking at them, and they open the door, and I'm looking, and I'm like, how is everyone going to fit
you don't
in here?
say anything. You're just like, I'm just going to see how
yeah.
this pans out.
No,
I'm
yeah,
just gonna...
I roll with it. Plus, I'm like, this is pretty fucking goofy. You know, this is pretty silly.
This is a clown. You have just
like,
become a clown.
I have
car.
literally become That's what it feels like.
Exactly.
When I first pitched this story to Brad, I literally started it off with, hey, Brad, you ever seen those circus shows where the clowns it's just one after the other? They just keep getting out of this little vehicle, and you're like, now how the hell did they all get in there? That's what this is. I literally am a circus vehicle. I'm a clown car. And so the mood changes in the car where everyone starts laughing because it becomes comical. Because one dude literally sits on the lady's lap. Okay,
Really?
She's in the middle. Yeah, a guy gets in, sits on her lap, and she's like, "Hey, move, you stinky son of a bitch!" You know? I'm laughing because I can smell them. They reek of weed. You know, they reek of weed and food. They smell like tacos or something. I'm sorry, it sounds racist, but it's true. Okay, they smell like
Tacos are
freaking
beef
burritos and tacos. Like
There
they
you
smell
go.
like Tex-Mex food and weed. And so I'm like,
They did a lot of weed and then they got really hungry. So
Yeah,
they went to
exactly.
The place and
There's the
got
story.
some food.
so I'm looking at them and they're laughing because they're like, oh, hey, move, come on, let me in. And I'm like, okay, there's so many people. How they get in? Someone's like, can we get in the back? Can we get in the back?
In the trunk.
In the trunk. And I'm like, okay, so this is like an SUV. This is like a 2019 Nissan Rogue. So it's like for everyone listening,
Like a smaller SUV.
It's a smaller, it's a compact SUV. Okay, so the trunk is like,
But you can open the back hatch.
Yeah, yeah.
I can
there
open,
you go.
I can auto
And you
open
can
the
fit
back hatch.
a few little fellas in there.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
So
mate, pop
here's
the trunk.
here, yeah.
Did you help them?
Fucker, you're so racist. I love it.
Did
No,
you,
but he
Was
is-
it not that way,
Yeah.
though?
So they did. So yeah, I
did you
I
help
looked at-
help them?
How
put
am I
in
racist
the,
when I'm just saying what they said?
It's so true. So I did. Yeah, I popped the trunk. I'm opening it up. Doors opening, and what do I see?
did
I see
you-
2 dudes getting
You
in the
helped them
back.
put the luggage in. Instead
No,
of
I didn't-
luggage, it was dudes.
I didn't help
Yeah.
shit. No, yeah, they
You
can
just
they can
sat-
help
you
themselves.
just sat
So they're
there, you're
literally I'm watching this. I'm laughing And they're laughing too because it's hysterical. Like if you're in the moment, you would know how ridiculous this is. There's a dude sitting on a chick
Did you
in
do
the
any
back.
video of it? Oh my gosh.
No,
That
I
would
didn't
have
have.
been
I didn't have a.
awesome.
No, I didn't have a. So I wasn't in the
Or
Tesla.
at least like a group like picture.
Oh, like,
Oh,
hey, yo, guys,
dude.
group selfie, Uber selfie.
Oh,
no,
exactly.
I didn't.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. You got to
It's
think
all
about this stuff
hindsight,
when you're
guys.
doing this.
Yeah,
Damn it,
exactly.
Joshua.
It's
Now that you're doing
hindsight.
the show, you'll do stuff like that.
Exactly. So they're getting in, and this is the most comical part. Like I couldn't. When this happened, I was laughing and smirking. When this happened, I fucking burst laughing, and like 3 or 4 other people just started laughing. So just so everyone understands, at this point we've got 4 people in the mid row. We've got 1 guy in the passenger. We've got 2 dudes in the back, and then we've got me, the driver. So add it up. We are way over max occupancy. Way over.
Thank God for that soccer mom law.
Yeah, exactly. And I knew that law.
Yep,
Okay, so I
because of
knew
me.
that law, so I knew I'm not going to get any trouble if I get pulled over. And if anyone's getting tickets, it's these guys, not me. So that's why I'm like, cool, go ahead. Go for it, Maybe I'll get tipped from each of them. So, and the most comical part, the dude's in the back. The back's not huge, okay? But they want to
It's a little
ride.
trunk thing.
It's a trunk,
For
it's
a
an
little bit of
SUV trunk.
luggage.
Yeah, for luggage. And so what do I see? I kid you not, in my rearview mirror. So you've got tons of people because I'm looking through like, okay,
Right,
can
yeah.
I still even see out the back? I can see the people. I can see the lady trying to shift to the side to like avoid the dude that's sitting on her lap. And the dudes in the back literally have to scissor their legs in order to fit in. I can see their
That's some
shoes
serious
in the
close order.
rearview mirror.
Here's what I want to know.
Oh,
Who shut the trunk?
The trunk's automatic. I can
Oh,
open and
okay.
close
You
it.
can close
Yeah.
it? Okay.
So I have it. Yeah.
push the button.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
All right.
I'm looking at their goddamn shoes up in the rearview mirror. Their legs are locked together, and I'm like, "What the fuck, Josh? Have you gotten yourself into?" When I saw that, I started laughing. So you see these little Converse shoes like wrapped around each other. I bursted out laughing. I'm like laughing hysterically. And the car reeks of weed, reeks of like, burritos and tacos. And I'm like, are we done? Are we ready? Is there any more people in that building that can even fit in my car at this point?
You asked that, or you were thinking?
No, he was thinking.
No, I was thinking it. No, what I did ask was like, does anyone want to ride on the roof? 'Cause I was like, there ain't no more space in
on.
here. This has become ridiculous. This is a joke.
Well, hold on. How far did you have to go? I mean, was it like a far drive from where you were going?
So at this point, yeah, because I asked
So
her.
are you going to go to the original?
We're
place
going to the
that it-
original
that it was
destination.
set on the thing.
Yeah, and because we've driven now out of our way, kind of the opposite direction, it's increased the mileage. So we're looking at about it was a 22-minute drive, so it was quite long with all those people.
That is
in
a
the
long
car.
ride.
Oh,
Yeah.
22 minutes
Yeah.
full. Of course, you were
Overcapacity.
okay though. Just they were very uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, let's just, at this point, like I've been driving for hours and hours and hours. In my head, I'm like, and Brad knows this. It's like, just get through the fucking ride. Just get it done. Get it over
Get
with.
them the
I
fuck
just
out.
want, yeah, exactly. So we start the drive.
You do this.
Tons of fucking people, and every one of them's talking back and forth. It's loud. There's a lot of chatter.
You got the music blasting?
I've got music. Well, here's the thing about the fucking music. So
I forgot
they
about
didn't.
this.
They said like, "Hey man, you got any Spanish music? Got some like?" So I type in like a fucking fool like on Spotify Spanish music, and it pulls up like I guess like really old school old ding da ding da ding da ding Spanish
that.
music, and that's what I play. So it's literally like ding da ding da ding da.
No, they want the reggaeton.
They want like cool like Miami stuff, and I'm just like, so
did
it's
they
the
tell ya?
goofiest ass. No,
Okay,
They
Josh, I'm gonna enlighten you and give you
Yeah, go
some
ahead.
tips.
yeah, sure.
Carol G or Becky G. Just type those in and you're good to go.
Okay, right
So
on.
next
I'll try
time
to
you'll
remember
know
that.
Carol
Now we
G,
know.
Becky G.
So no, I literally just type it on Spotify like Spanish, Mexican music, whatever I type in, and it pulls up I guess some like really
Is
old.
it the
Just I don't know that's not that's
the
instrumental. That's nice.
mariachi or something?
No, this is like just old school kind of. As I was driving, listening to it, I was like, this sounds kind of goofy, to be honest. It's that really funny old, just classic Spanish music, not instrumental, not.
But they weren't complaining.
No, they were.
No, they were, because the guy sitting beside me, he's like, man, this is kind of like some really old music. I was like, I don't fucking know. And before I know it, so the music's playing, and the lady, she's like, I don't like this music. And before I know it, this dude, okay, so we're probably like 8-9 minutes of this music. They're just, I guess, suffering.
8 or
9 minutes. Yeah. And then this dude pulls out a fucking boombox. This I don't know what you call it. Like portable Bluetooth speaker boombox. And he blasts that shit. I mean, it's loud. It's like boom, boom, boom. And it's like modern. Yeah. I just slowly turn mine down and let that play. And it's become comical at this point. And so the dude sitting up in the passenger seat, he was like, I was really grateful. He was cool because he was guiding me. So as we started driving, and this is another little tidbit, the destination they put in was incorrect. Okay. So, I mean, again, of course, the whole ride from start to finish, it's a fucking shit show. So, destination's incorrect. And the guy in the passenger seat who's like stoned and high, he's a younger dude, probably like 26. He seemed pretty cool, actually. But he's definitely stoned. He's having to actually give me point-by-point directions. Because the lady in the back, she's like, no, get on the freeway. Oh, it's this. I don't know the exit, but it's some. I'll tell you when we get there. And I'm like, listen, this ain't how fucking driving works. I can't be rolling up on an exit and you're like, turn now.
Oh my gosh.
It's a fucking mess. So thankfully to God, the guy sitting to the right of me, this younger dude, he's like, hey man, don't worry. I know how to get there. I'm going to guide you. And so I'm just relying on him, to. And he's
get you where you need to go.
He's literally back and forth with the dudes. Everyone's chitter chatter. There's a lot of
Should I turn now?
Talking.
Should I turn now?
It's loud. People are trying to like light something up. I don't know if it's a cigarette. I don't know if it's a joint. I'm not sure. But the lady's like hitting them, and she's like chastising these guys. Like, you listen to me, motherfucker. Don't you light that up in his car. You learn respect. This is disrespectful. You can't light it up in this car. And so I'm sitting there driving like with all these fucking people.
She must be the head of the gang.
She is, yeah. She was like the matriarch. She had to be. She had to be.
Yeah.
Had to be. So I'm rolling with them, and I'm just listening to this music blasting, and this dude's like, hey, and they're like dancing, they're singing, they're Spanish, they're having fun. It's a fucking ridiculous situation to just even be in. And the dudes in the back, I can still see their fucking feet moving.
They're dancing with their feet.
No, I can see their legs up. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what is going on? And so we're finally starting to get there. This is how ridiculous, our rides and just our life can be in moments. And so we're finally starting to roll up, and I'm pulling into a real janky-ass part of the city. Okay, I won't say what part specific, lest to offend anyone, but it's a janky-ass. And I know this area well because I've done rides there, and I'm like, this area is just really, So I'm pulling up, and it's this big old it's this big old trailer park area, and as I'm rolling up, I'm like, how the fuck do I get myself in these situations? Like,
because you're doing shit.
How do I wind up? How do I wind up in this? Look, they're not all
in the morning.
I've been telling them that for months.
Look, they're not all like this. All right, it's not just one crazy ass situation to the next. But
rolling the dice, odds wise, 3 a.m. in the morning is going to give you more craziness.
It's true.
Which is good for the show.
It makes for more fun for the show. Exactly. I like other types of crazy. I like the younger girls and, been out.
Oh, we know what kind of crazy you like.
Okay. But this is like just dog shit. This is not fun.
It wasn't fun, was it? It sounded like you were laughing.
I'm having a good time now. During the I was like, this is fucking stressful because one, there's too many damn people. Two, it reeks of weed. Three, there's a dude having to give me like point by point directions, and God forbid. And it's loud. I'm not even, and it's dark. And he's like, no, listen, just two exits. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, okay. Yeah, I was like,
can we be done with this yet?
Yeah, can we be done with this?
What is Uber? Uber just goes, oh, well, Does the app understand that you could be driving differently?
Yes, it does
Yes,
now.
it does.
So,
So, anyways, we're rolling up there, and I was like, dear God. And literally, the same energy I'm giving right now was the same energy I had that night. I was like, dude, just get out. I was so tired. I was like, just leave. Get out.
But don't forget my cash
Everyone,
tip, baby.
Get out. Yeah, no, at this point, I was so, like,
Done.
just done. I didn't have any desire to take her to I didn't care. She's like, don't worry, I'm going to tip you. We're all going to tip you. One dude tosses me two $1 bills. And I thought they'd all do it, and no one else did.
Tossed you or gave it to you?
They tossed it up on the center console. Just like, hey, thanks, bro, thanks. They tossed me two $1. I literally see it's like two $1 bills. I was like, okay. And I thought all of them would start tipping. No one. And the chick's like, don't worry, I'm gonna tip you so good. Oh, you never, you'll never see such a good tip. And I was like, okay. And I knew at that point, there wasn't shit coming.
You're never gonna see.
Maybe they were so stoned
So-
they thought that they gave you like tens.
He thought it was hundreds.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Best
sure.
tip
Anyways,
you've ever
as I'm dropping off to the trailer park, I'm
Exactly.
sure he thought he was giving me hundreds. So
I mean, you never know. I mean, maybe
so they're
that's
funneling out, and in my head, I'm like, this is like one of fucking circus cars. It's so ridiculous. It's a boop, boop, boop,
Pop,
boop.
pop,
Yeah,
you
pop,
pop
pop,
the
it's just
trunk.
tons. Yeah, no, actually, I was literally looking at my phone because I was trying to like confirm, like close the ride, like they're done, we're done. And literally, they're all getting out.
Amen.
Yeah. They're like, hey, wait. There's still two guys in the back. At that point, I start laughing, like, just get the fuck out. Fuck my life.
So they all got out, but you didn't open the trunk.
Yeah, no. So then I opened the trunk and
take
the
off
ladies.
with two little Mexican guys in the trunk with you.
So the ladies getting them out and stuff. And I was like, at this point, it's now like 4 a.m. And I was like, I'm so done.
Really, that
this
whole thing took like an hour.
It took like an hour. I was like, I'm so done. I'm beat. Like, I was like,
Mentally exhausted.
I think I'm pretty much done for the night. I was gonna go up until like 6, or 7, but I was like,
that took it out of you.
Yeah, it did.
Wow.
It did. I was like, I'm done. So I start to make my way. Yeah, and I start to make my way back to where I live because the story ain't quite finished yet. And I'm looking, I'm waiting to see if I get a little ding, here comes a tip. No ding. So I was like, yeah, they're not going to tip. It's the old adage, oh, we're going to tip so good. And then, of course, no tip's going to come. So I was like, what do you expect, Josh? And I was like, at least it's done. And so I'm rolling up.
And you were done. You were like,
yeah, I was
going
done.
home.
Yeah, I stopped off to get some gas. And then I was like, I'm going home.
Hey, there's your ding. Was that a tip?
So it shouldn't have dinged. It should have been. I think that was yours. So I'm slowly getting there. I finally get home. The sun's kind of coming up. Like the sun's starting to peek out a bit. I can see some daylight.
Out tomorrow.
Yeah. And I was
Bet
like,
your bottom dollar.
I was like, these guys were like trying to light up. Maybe they dropped a joint. I don't want any drugs or some shit to be left in my car. So just as a precaution, and I've told this to Brad, I always check. You should always check just in case, because you don't want a cop to pull you over and be like, I swear that's not mine. I don't know whose that is.
There you go. Another tip from the Uber world.
So I'm just going through to double check to make sure, there's nothing left in my car, and then I'm walking to my home.
So you're in the gas station. You're pulling everything.
No. I filled up with gas. I've gone home at this point. I'm home.
Yeah, he's
the
done.
sun is coming up. I'm finished. I'm done. I'm just double checking to make sure there's no drugs or any shit in my car. As I'm going through it, what do I see? Now I got no tip. Remember that. I got no tip. And also, there's no real way for me to find which ride, exactly it was. I mean, you could go down through a list.
Yeah,
if
you're
you can
doing
remember,
a caveat here that you just took something cool home.
Well, yeah. Okay. If you can remember, like, what the ride was, when it was, and all that stuff,
It sounded like it was memorable.
Well, the ride's memorable,
definitely.
but yeah, the location was weird because I didn't take them where they were where it was said to go.
Right.
So I don't actually know. I don't know.
And you can't
which ride
contact
it was.
the person from the
You can.
app?
No, you can. But again, like, if he had somebody that left something in there from before that was in the trunk, then it could be a number of people. So he'd have to find each ride and contact them that way.
It's their responsibility if
Exactly.
something's left in the car.
Yeah, and mind you, this whole thing was just goofy, completely goofy. I didn't know where I picked them up because I had to drive and find them. I don't know where I dropped them off because I was given just point by point directions. So I have like no idea what the ride even was, to be honest with you, in the mix of all my rides. I don't know.
So
But-
what was this
so I'm looking-
magical item?
Yeah, well, not a magical item. But you remember that fucking boombox I told you that the guy pulled out and was blasting? Da, 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 da.
He left
He
it.
fucking left his boombox.
Aw, man.
Yeah, and then I was like, well, son of a bitch. I was like a boombox. So I picked it up, I took it out, and then I was like, well, if anyone calls like, hey, I left something in my car, great. I will know who it is and be able to coordinate that and give it back to him. Of course, no one calls. And so I was just like, well, fuck me. I guess I got a boombox, or a Bluetooth speaker. I'm fucking old. I keep calling it boombox.
You showed me a picture of it, and
I
that's
sent
actually
it to Brett. Yeah.
that's a $300 speaker you got.
Yeah.
Really?
So
Yeah.
he did get tipped really well.
Wow.
Yeah, so it
maybe
worked
she
out.
did that. She didn't leave the speaker.
No, she did. No, she did, Bobby. They were
Maybe.
stoned and just out of their
Forgot all
freaking
about
mind.
it.
They didn't give a shit. Yeah.
Was it still playing when they got out?
No, I guess there was no music
They
playing.
were so wasted they did not.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh
yeah.
man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so-
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I did in
you
a
been
way.
using the
Kinda
speaker?
I have. I take it all the time with me, dude. It sounds great. The quality is awesome. It's loud. It connects super easy. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful speaker.
Awesome.
So they did help you out.
Yeah.
No, they
there you
didn't.
go. That
Not
was
on
the
purpose.
best tip ever.
Absolutely.
So it kind of worked
I
out.
promise.
Hey,
It
hey,
did.
right? So yeah.
I'm gonna
That's the
choose to
tale.
think she left the speaker on purpose.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's how.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, but no, they were literally fun out of the car, and this dude's just
Forgot it.
fucking. It's the dudes. It wasn't even the chicks. It was the
Fair
dude.
enough.
Yeah, and they.
But she was the
he
boss.
must have just
and
dropped
she's
it.
Like, leave the speaker.
They must. So I found it under my seat. Like it rolled under my seat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was sitting on the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
seat all. No, it was literally rolled under my seat because
Yeah, they were wasted.
I was double checking to make
It was
sure.
one of the big guys'?
Yeah, it was one of the. I don't know if it was the big guy. I know the big guy was holding it when it was like blasting.
Okay.
But I don't know whose it was exactly. There's so fucking many of them. I don't know who pulled it out. I just saw it and heard it, as I was
here.
driving. So yeah, but I'd found it rolled under my seat.
Very good. Well, there's
Yeah.
a happy
Interesting.
ending for
That
you.
is, right?
That's nice. You just never know what's going to happen
so
on
that's
your
the
Uber,
thing, guys.
Never
Uber
know.
drive.
Yeah.
So that's the story of the clown car.
It is.
Yeah.
The Mexican
Awesome.
clown
Well,
car.
really quickly, do we have any gripes or delights?
We'll let Brad take that.
Yeah, I'll do
We'll,
a gripe.
so we can hear it.
Kind of stay with the theme of I
Don't
know
like
how
it when
to-
they say I'm coming and then they bring 8 other people.
something like that.
I would think that's a
kind
gripe.
of in that same vein. Like my gripe is, I hate when you try to call a passenger and 1, they don't answer, and 2, you either get no response or you get an out of service. It's no longer in service.
Oh yeah.
The phone?
Yeah.
Yes, that pisses me off.
You just quit at that point? Do you leave?
Well, it depends on where I'm at, and it depends on how much the fare is.
Did they put something in wrong? How could they use a phone that doesn't work?
So the
Are they
last
using a burner phone?
Well, this
I
actually
mean,
just
that's-
happened to me like yesterday. So yesterday. So the lady was telling me was that like she switched her number, but she never updated it in Uber, which I don't know if you would be a thing. I don't know. I didn't question her on it, but I was like, okay, whatever. So
Weird.
yeah, update your shit, people.
Yeah.
It is
What a
weird,
crap.
yeah. And there's people. I've heard of a trend where people are actually cancel the ride, like
I've heard that too, yeah.
3/4 of the way. They'll just
Yeah.
boop cancel the ride, and like
While you're driving?
yeah, while you're driving, and they're
That's
like,
happened to me,
sorry,
actually, yeah.
you cancel the ride.
And then you
That way
just
you
drop
just-
them off?
That way, you just give them a free ride, essentially.
Well, don't-
It's a trend. It's what people have been doing, recently.
Oh,
Yep.
well, Uber's going to have to figure something out with that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because if
compensation.
you cancel the ride while you're right in the middle of it, they should be able to go, okay, stop here and charge you this much to do that.
Yeah.
These-
Well, I
that's
mean, as
ridiculous.
a driver,
I mean, they
that's what I
shouldn't-
would do.
Well, they should
Yeah.
understand.
Fuck it, you cancel, get your ass out.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but that's the point. That's what they do. Like, well, get out. Well, you're already there at their destination, so what do they care? You're like a block away when they cancel.
Yeah.
So it hasn't
but
happened
still.
to me yet, so I'm not sure what Uber's response is, but they should compensate the driver for basically driving the whole fucking trip,
distance,
and
yeah.
then the person just cancels last minute.
Interesting. Well, that is a super dick move. Wow.
Yeah.
Totally.
But there's also
Wow.
a danger too to some of these things because I know Uber will actually like ban accounts
They
to
will,
like
yeah.
people. Yeah, I have seen that. There was an incident that I was like reading and looking through where someone actually the writer got their account just permanently banned because of what they were doing. So, Uber does do that as well. Yeah.
Very good. Well, very
All
good.
right.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. We are going to give it a hallelujah. Thank you. And everybody,
Time to start the sermon.
in that car. And everybody in that car, baby. You've been listening to Uber Tales. Don't shoot the driver. Unless there's,
Unless
too
it's
many
Joshua.
people in the car. Unless it's
Why do I have to get shot every damn time?
Lots
you're
of
an
reasons.
easy
Don't put that
target.
juju on me.
Exactly.
I'm too young to die.